Hey, it's me, EvilTeuton, and I haven't made a video in more than 7 days. And the reason is I got held up at work once again, but you know what? Screw everybody, I'm gonna keep making videos, I don't care anymore. I always let myself get bogged down, I have to fight for my spare time much more. So to recap what happened over a week ago, you probably, if you're interested in this game, then you probably already watched it on other channels, but we're still going to do it, or you played it yourself, which would be the ideal case. But yeah, we woke up after having a bad dream, the engines went silent, and now we need to figure out what happened. Adam's sitting here, ship's engines and the elevator doesn't appear to be working. Well, good thing that Adam is the ship's engineer, because he probably knows what's going on. Adam? John? Why aren't the engines running? It's probably a temporary power outage. Probably? You mean you don't know for sure? I just woke up and it was like this. I'm just waiting for the emergency systems to kick in. The elevator isn't working. Yeah, I know, but I can't work on it if the doors won't open. The maintenance panel is on the inside. What about the elevator shaft? Hey, you wouldn't be trying to tell me how to do my job, would you? No, if there were a problem in the shaft, I'd know. We have alarm systems, failsafes, that sort of thing. Could you check all the same? You know your problem, John. You're too uptight. There's nothing but a little temporary power outage. It'll all be working again in 10 minutes. Alright. I'm worried, Adam. Just relax, okay? You just need to wait for power to come back on. Why don't you sit down and have a little breakfast? Alright, I'll see you later. So, what we have to do now is, you know, well, we either have to get Adam to fix the elevator. He says power is going to come back on in 10 minutes, so we might as well eat breakfast. Yeah, what should I have? Full English continental. I think it's continental. Not entirely sure. Wait for it. You need the one that has butter. I don't know what those breakfasts are because I'm not British, so I have no idea what the ingredients in full English or continental. Yes, it's continental. I hate the butter they serve with these things. Right, so now that we have butter, we found a wrench set in our room, so you can open you know, the elevator shaft. Adam told us that all the important stuff is inside. What are you doing? I'm going into the maintenance shaft to see what's wrong with the elevator. Well, if it makes you feel any better. So, Adam seems unwilling to do anything at this point. So, I don't know why, but as the ship's, you know, psychologist, it's probably, we have to find out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Looks like more than a power outage. It's too dark to make out what it is, but it seems to be lodged in the elevator mechanism. It's stuck between two components. Some lubricant might. Well, let's lose some. Let's lose. Nice. Let's lose some lubricant. Okay, I've smeared butter around the components and the object. Well, I hope it helps. And swoosh. It's some kind of old-fashioned bladed weapon. Are these bloodstains? Well, I'm sure it means nothing. I'm sure it's just, you know, I mean, it's a coincidence. What else could it be? Why would there be? I mean, guys, come on. You're being irrational. Use machete? Machete. I found this lodged in the elevator mechanism. Whoa, that's a big knife. It's called a machete. A machete. No, don't go leaping to conclusions. There are any number of things it could be other than blood. I'm going to go look for the others. Coming? No, I'll wait here. See, there's something up with Adam. There's something going on. It seems that the hero psychologist on this ship has to figure it all out. So where do we go? Oh, I don't remember it exactly. Ops deck is always a good choice to go. A lot of things are happening here throughout the game. Oh, look. Dr. Somerset, is the lift operational again? After some persuasion. What's going on? The captain appears to have gone missing. What? Nobody's seen him since yesterday evening. We were attempting to scan the ship interior when the power went down. The escape pods are still here, so he must be on board somewhere. Weird thing is, I can't isolate the cause of the power outage. I tried to send a communication to High Command, but for some reason it won't send. Since you're here, could you start searching the ship? See if you can find Adam so he can get the engines back on. He's sulking in the canteen. He's acting odd, like he doesn't care about what's going on. Confidentially, I think he's afraid of something. Well, that's your territory, not mine. Keep in touch. Sure. Keep in touch? What an odd thing to say on a spaceship. I don't know. Don't know how to describe it. But yeah. So the captain went missing. Oh god. The captain went missing. Which doesn't really improve our situation. And also, John, I don't know. You guys think he's a bad psychologist maybe because he just went all like confidentially, I think Adam is messed up in the head. That's very confidential, saying it to 2 other crew members on the bridge. But yeah, what we should do is go back to, oh no. Actually, I hear the ship's engines. No, I don't think these are the engines. Not entirely sure. What was it? Residence. Yeah, and now we have to get Adam, prompt him to get out, get up from his chair and fix. Oh no, I sorry, I didn't mean hands. I meant lips. Adam, John. So, the communicators aren't working. Any idea what could cause that? Well, if it's not because of power outage, then it'll be a foreign object lodged in communication pylons on top of ship. It's usually an asteroid or something. Can you repair it? Well, this is all speculation, of course. Why don't you go outside and take a look at it for me? I give you the airlock pass. I see. Why don't you come too? Well, if it turns out to be nothing, then we'll have wasted both our times. Am I right, friend? Not to mention the oxygen tanks in the Ever suits. Are you afraid of something, Adam? I beg your pardon? Never mind. Okay, so this is odd. Adam doesn't even go out. He gave us the key card. So now, obviously, we have to do all these things. From a gameplay perspective, it makes sense, I guess, because let's just take in this nice room. This is the reactor core, of course. Right, you're going to get used to this. We have to come back here. I mean, we always have to go through here. So yeah, Adam doesn't even want to go outside. He'd rather give us the airlock pass. And so now, from a gameplay point of, from a gameplay perspective, it would be boring if everybody on board actually did their job, because as a psychologist, you don't really get to do a lot, I reckon, in these situations. So, let's go outside. Anybody is anybody smart enough to It doesn't look too safe out here. Better observe all safety precautions. Yeah, can anybody guess what the breathing sound in the spacesuit is supposed to reference? For your own safety, please ensure that your suit is firmly clipped to the safety rail before proceeding. Okay, so this is actually really annoying, but I guess it's necessary. You always have to attach yourself to these rails if you try to walk, otherwise you'll drift off and you're done. Then you have to unclip yourself. Now you're going to clip yourself over here. And then let's go up to the blood. Bridge 2, Lieutenant Kilkenny, come in please. Actually, this is John, Serena. Dr. Somerset, you can't go on EVA, you're the counselor. Relax, I took standard EVA training with everybody else. Well, where's Lieutenant Kilkenny? Adam still doesn't want to move from the canteen. Something seems to have spooked him. This is most irregular. I'm just going to check out the radio masts and come right back, okay? Well, please be careful. And there we go. Dr. Somerset, our scans show that you're on top of the ship now. Can you see what's clogging the radio burst? Dr. Somerset. Dr. Somerset, respond please. I'm here. This was such a typical Snake? Snake, respond! Snake! Dun, 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 dun. But yeah. The captain is dead. Oh god. How? Someone stabbed him with this machete. He went outside to try to escape from his attacker. But the killer was very determined. This isn't happening. Who would have done this? It would have been anyone. Angela was the last person to see him. I walked with him to the elevator after we examined the locker. The last I saw of him, he was heading for his quarters. Oh yeah? We've only got your word for that. Please, we mustn't stoop to baseless accusations. I know that none of us are capable of this sort of evil. None of us had any reason to kill Barry. But there's no one else on this ship. It had to have been one of us. There's another thing. The locker is open. How is that relevant? You think the killer was hiding in there? Oh, please, Doctor. I know this is going to sound stupid, but I have a horrible feeling that something was in that box. Something that got out. That does sound stupid. Your argument is unscientific, but for now, if only for morale, I suggest that we proceed on the assumption that we are all innocent. What? There could be a murderer among us right now and we're supposed to ignore that? Until we can get back in touch with High Command and start a thorough investigation? Oh, I've heard enough. Where are you going? I'm going to my quarters, and I don't want to be disturbed. And he's off. He knows something. I'm sure of it. Adam, please, save it. What are your orders, Commander? We have to get the communicators back online. Then someone will have to move Barry off the radio masts. And it sure as hell isn't going to be me. Lieutenant. It's okay, I'll do it. As you wish, Doctor. I'll get back to the bridge then. Dr. Somerset? Commander? Please be careful. I will, thank you. And here we go. I guess the only functioning people on this ship are the two women. And this game is very bad PR for men. This is bad PR for brave spacemen everywhere. Except for John, who oddly enough, as a psychologist, is the only one who does anything here. Serena is holding up, she's doing her communications thing. Angela is now the new commander. I think she, so far, she you know, she adapted pretty quickly, but yes, I know, just use the pass, come on. But as far as the ship's engineer and doctor are concerned, doesn't work so well. This crew is a little bit, I mean, who would not be shaken up by that? Let's be honest here. Unless they're all psychopaths. It says a lot about John, you know, it says a lot. This is a good character, actually, much like Trilby. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because, well, you know, I don't want to spoil anything. Ugh, okay. Unattach, detach, unattach? What a nice word. And attach yourself and then back up. And he's gone. Dr. Somerset, do you read me? Do you require any assistance with removing the blockage? It seems not. Could you withdraw the mask for a second? Certainly. Serena, the captain's body isn't here anymore. What? It's gone. It must have gotten charred off or something. When the ship's at a standstill. Anyway, we'll worry about it later. Send a distress signal. It'll take a few minutes for... Thump. Thump. Serena. Serena, come in, please. Serena responds. No. Okay. So something happened to Serena. But before you go in, do yourself a favor, go down here. And you see this? There's a key ring. For reasons that I can't explain to you, walk over here. Detach yourself. And then use your clip to get the keyring. And immediately attach yourself again. Alright, and now we gotta go back in. And always, you know, always pay attention to this, because you can die really easily here. If you get too annoyed and don't pay attention to... If you don't observe the safety rules, then it's game over for you pretty quickly. The same here. Always close the hatch before you... There's a lot of, you know, a lot of pitfalls. Not unlike old Zero games, really. But at least Yahtzee informs you beforehand. So if you die, it's your own fault. Whereas in Zero games, they tend to have, you know, they kind of took pride in letting you run into open knives. So let's check back with the ops deck, and then that's it for this episode. Dr. Somerset, have you seen Serena? I was just about to ask you that. I was talking to her over the communicator. Then she just cut off abruptly. How strange. The trouble is, the distress signal still needs to be sent. And only she and the captain knew the communication code. Right. Commander, aren't you concerned for Serena's well-being? Should I be? It seems far likelier that she has simply gone to the toilet or for something to eat. I'll go look for her. See if you can track down the captain's codebook too. Okay. Yeah, well, Angela is, you know, she's doing what she can. And now we have the captain's keycard, so we can go in his room, and no one's here. Very anticlimactic. However, there is a book on his bed, which is the code book that we were just looking for. Yes. And this is the console. I don't think we need it yet. But we're going to come here later, so let's give the code book to Angela. Is this what we need? Yes, that's the captain's code book. Find the communication authorization code and read it off. Here we go. 11772. Thank you. This is First Officer Angela Garrett of the EFS Mephistopheles. Attention all ships in the immediate vicinity. We are in urgent need of assistance. Over. Officer Garrett, this is Captain James Lindemann of the EFS Charisma. Hell yes. What is the nature of your emergency? Over. Engines dead by unknown means. Captain Barry Chahal has been murdered. All crew members currently suspects. Over. Acknowledge. We have 5 days travel from your current position. In the meantime, sit tight, boys and girls. Over and out. There. Soon will be picked up and this will all be behind us. 5 days. We have to sit and wait for rescue for another 5 days. When there could be a psychotic killer on board. Previously, Doctor, we were going to sit and wait for rescue indefinitely with a psychotic killer on board. We should be grateful that events have improved, however marginally. John, Commander! I just saw the captain! You found his body? No, I saw him alive! He was down in the engineering decks. He was walking funny and his clothes were covered in blood. I'm losing my accents here. Lieutenant, the captain is dead. We all know that. I'm telling you I saw... Adam, are you absolutely sure you saw what you say you saw? I mean, is there absolutely no other explanation for what it was? I don't know, probably. Counselor, perhaps you should escort the lieutenant back to his quarters. But I saw... Lieutenant, there is no logical explanation for your claim. You are obviously just tired or overstressed. Let's go, Adam. What was that all about, Adam? The captain is alive, John. Damn it, Adam, Barry's dead. I'm the one who found his body. Barry Chahal is dead, yes, but he isn't our captain anymore. Oh shit, the music? What are you talking about? This ship has a new captain, John. Boom. And slash. Yep. Day 3. Wednesday. Well, gentlemen, the distress signal has sent. All we can do now is wait. Where's Serena go to? She did not come back to our quarters yesterday evening. Oh god, this is going to turn out badly, isn't it? We have to remain optimistic. It's all very just saying that. Sorry I'm late. Doctor, nice of you to join us. Yes, what were we talking about? Serena is missing. I was out on EVA checking on the radar masts. I heard some odd noises over the comms like sounds of a struggle. When I got back in, she was gone. Oh, really? Is anyone else seeing sort of a pattern emerging here? I beg your pardon. Well, far be it from me to raise this, but you were the one who found Barry's body. And now, you have the first-hand experience of Serena's encounter too. Does anyone else think this is a bit coincidental? Now wait a minute. I like how Angela's looking at us immediately. I've got records of all the communications on board. They show with no doubt that John was outside when something happened to Serena. Oh, I'm so sorry, John. Forget it. I mean it. I was totally out of line. I'll get back to the sickbay. Alright, and off he goes. The doctor seems to be getting worse. It can only be a matter of time before he cracks. Just have to hope we can all hold on for 5 more days. Still seems mighty suspicious to me. Adam, please. I suggest we begin searching for Serena. There's still a chance that she's perfectly alright. And off they go. I can only hope that you've picked up on a lot of subtleties that are, you know, the Yahtzee really did a great job on the writing in this game. There are many subtle hints that, I mean, I can see them because I've played through it countless times. But if you do this for the first time, I had no idea. I had no idea what was going on. So I'll see you guys in the next episode when we search for Serena's body. and discover if she really is an android. Spoiler, she's not. I said it in the first episode. I made that up. But yeah, see you next time.